Amie.
Good morning. Thank you for waiting for my final speech today. I hope to entertain you. Joe, we learned a lot about you today. Have you guys heard that one yet? Some good things about the speech today. Came up here smiling, very entertaining and sincere. And hilarious. Your gestures, very good, minimized. Came up here, you stand a lot, which I personally really appreciate. Sometimes over-the-top gestures take away from the point of the speech. Some things to work on. The crutch a little bit is a little bit of rocking back and forth, foot to foot. There was a little bit of times where I would have appreciated a little bit of slowdown in the speech. You kind of relaxed into it a little bit. But for example, one place where I thought a little bit of slowdown, a little bit of pausing could have been helpful was when talking about the spiders. Came up and said, I lifted up the pot and there was suddenly brown things on me and then there were spiders. Maybe a little bit of pausing and let us wonder what it was this time that had gotten on you. There were brown things, look down, bunch of spiders. The one thing I wanted to really focus on, though, was the topic of your speech today. You started out with telling us a story. So it can be a very powerful tool as far as gaining the audience's attention. I'm going to tell you a story about Superman. And the point of my speech is going to be that people don't do enough conclusions. They don't say what they're going to say, do a body, and then do a conclusion that ties back into that. I feel like you were just begging me to talk about that as part of my evaluation. I would say at the end of your speech, I wasn't quite sure what the point was, unfortunately. Was I supposed to... Did you learn about yourself that you should be careful while gardening? Or maybe you learned nobody looks intelligent when running away from bees. I certainly learned that today. Maybe you learned that, when you're helping people gardening, the only thing you do is lift heavy things. I honestly was left waiting a little bit, wondering how I can improve my speech by the opening of your speech. However, the speech was awesome. I hope in future speeches to see you doing humorous speeches. I'm on the edge of my seat waiting both for the conclusion of your speech and for the next humorous speech from you, Joe. Thank you very much.